In science fiction, biomechanical creatures are life forms that combine biological and mechanical elements or traits into an organism, which can then be considered part living being, part machine. Unlike robots who are purely mechanical or other kaiju that are enhanced by armor or cybernetic augmentations, these ones that we term as true biomechs cannot have just the biological tissue nor the mechanical aspects separated from each other. They need both to survive, and the interconnectedness is such that these elements depend on each other for the overall working of the organism. An example would be the mimic aliens from Edge of Tomorrow or the alien spaceship from 10 Cloverfield Lane, but neither of them here made the list of the 10 biggest, so here we are with the topic. Let's get to it. So at number 10 we have the Harvester Queen. This giant here is from the movie franchise of Independence Day, where the Earth is invaded and driven into chaos by the Harvesters. These are advanced aliens that are just as frail as us humans, but unlike us, they have enhanced themselves by not just wearing but integrating seamlessly into a biomechanical suit which is considered a part of their being. They are also a hive species with the queen at the top of the hierarchy. She acts as the supreme leader and the hive mind of the collective, directing countless drones and soldiers through a shared telepathic network. She is way bigger than an average drone, and like them she has integrated fully into a biomechanical suit that is 61 meters or 200 feet tall. The suit acts like a massive exoskeleton, equipped with advanced shield generators capable of withstanding even nuclear level explosions, and she is armed with multiple limbs and tentacles for combat and control. At number 9 we have the 16 Colossi from the Shadow of the Colossus. And here we have as many as 16 different colossi that are all similar in basic composition of living flesh with stone, earth and divine energy. Each is a unique fusion of organic tissue, bones and internal organs powered by the dormant dark life force, which acts as their soul and animating energy. Their skin is partly made of hardened stone-like armor, resembling ancient ruins or architecture, while softer areas of exposed flesh allow them to bleed a thick black ichor or blood when injured, which is evidence of their living nature. Beneath their massive frames are dormant energy nodes and sigils which pulse with dormant power, granting some colossi the ability to even unleash devastating energy blasts. The largest among them is the 13th Colossus that is like 200 meters long, and it soars peacefully through the skies, but on land a towering Malus. The 16th Colossus stands 66 meters tall and embodies the pinnacle of these godlike stone titans and biomechs. At number 8 we have the Evangelion units. And to many that don't follow this anime universe but sees them in glimpses in social media, the iconic Evangelion units are not robots at all, as you might think, but actually giant living beings. To be more precise, they are artificial humans created from the genetic material of beings called the primordial angels. They were developed to fight angels and other forces, and they serve secretly the greater purpose of triggering the third impact, which is an event meant to evolve or reset humanity. Biomechanically, each Evangelion is a fusion of organic flesh and mechanical armor, and beneath their metallic armor and technology lies a living humanoid body with muscles, blood and organs, capable of roaring in pain and even acting independently when it is enraged. Their armor actually functions as more like a restraint gear to suppress their true power and not as protection. Also, each EVA unit is piloted through a neural system, allowing the pilot's mind to link with it. Essentially, in short, an Evangelion is a giant biomechanical entity that is piloted by a smaller biological entity. Number 7. The Jaeger hybrids. So from the world of Pacific Rim, which is a setting of gigantic kaiju versus giant mechanical robots called Jaegers, here we have an entry that is a mix of both. These were created after the kaiju war by Dr. Newton Geisler, who secretly fell under the control of the alien precursors. Newton here manipulated their advanced Jaeger development program to secretly combine kaiju DNA with Jaeger technology. And Newton mass-produced these drone Jaegers that secretly contain genetic material of the kaiju and allows them to act as living machines connected to the precursor's hive mind. Once activated, these hybrids turn on humanity, reopening the breaches to bring kaiju back to Earth, as seen in Pacific Rim Uprising. Anatomically, the kaiju Jaeger hybrids are biomechanical lifeforms combining the biology of kaiju with the metal frames and weapon systems of the Jaegers. Each hybrid was created as a living war machine, which is capable of following the precursor's commands through a shared neural link. Beneath their armor is a kaiju tissue network that bleeds the kaiju blue when injured. Number 6. Now the Godzilla universe has such one example too, and this is Gigan. Unlike Mechagodzilla, which is really just a mechanical robot, and Mecha King Ghidorah, which is just a biological kaiju with cybernetic enhancements, Gigan here is a being that cannot exist without either. Its biological or mechanical parts are both elements that are interlinked at such a level that it is impossible to have one without the other. Originally believed to have been reptilian or avian in nature, Gigan was captured and heavily modified with advanced extraterrestrial technology, transforming it into a terrifying fusion of flesh and machine. Its body combines organic tissue with metallic armor, giving it both biological resilience and also mechanical power. Gigan's most distinctive feature is the rotating buzzsaw built into its abdomen, capable of shredding enemies at close range. Its hooked claws replace natural hands, while a single red cybernetic visor acts as both an eye and a targeting system. In its upgraded, modified Gigan form, its hooks are replaced with dual chainsaws, and altogether Gigan represents the perfect alien war machine, a kaiju that is half living creature and half machine, built for destruction and domination. It also stands 120 meters tall in its biggest iteration. Number 5. The Alpha King Titan. This is the most powerful and corrupted form of the King Titan in Arc Extinction, serving as the final and largest creature in the game's story. Standing over 157 meters tall, it is a colossal godlike being born from the planet's element corruption. It is a living fusion of organic flesh and crystalline element energy. Its body is covered in thick armor-like scales which are metallic, and with jagged element spikes that act as both protection and a power source, channeling immense energy through its veins. The alpha form is almost completely encased in element, giving it a metallic glowing appearance and a nearly impervious durability. Functioning both as a biological creature and an energy-based entity, the Alpha King Titan embodies the planet's corrupted will and represents the ultimate evolution of the element's fusion of life and machine, which is essentially a biomechanical monster of pure destruction. At number 4 we have from the universe of Macros, the Vajras, which are a biomechanical alien species that combine organic life with advanced living technology and operates as a single vast hive mind consciousness. Their origins predate humanity's galactic history, and they are known and even worshipped by an alien proto-culture. Their biology consists of seamless fusions of flesh, chitin-like armor and energy, reactive plating which is capable of absorbing and converting attacks into power. And despite their insectoid appearance, the Vajra physiology is incredibly advanced. Their nerve systems act as full-wave transmitters, which allows the entire swarm to evolve defenses collectively in real time and communicate with each other in an instant. Like the harvesters and other alien swarm species, the Vajras are led by a queen, which are several hundred meters long and exist within the 10 to 20 kilometer long mobile fortresses, which are their hive ships. On the third spot we have the Ultraman Mags. See, Ultraman species are beings of light, but that is when they are in their homeworld. When they manifest as gigantic fighters defending Earth, they appear differently. So these beings have a very strange anatomy and biology. Their entire bodies are made from things called photon fibers, which are living plasma-like threads of energy which is woven together to form their skin, muscles, bones, and organs. These fibers, powered by photoelectrons, are based on the light reactive element that is called specium. Their ultra armor is the densest weave, capable of resisting missiles, lasers, and heat, while their muscles and bones let them move easily under gravity, which is maybe even 60 times stronger than Earth's. Inside of them, biotic clusters act like living reactors, generating and controlling energy for beams, flight, and combat. Their brains and nerves work like fiber optic networks, transmitting information at light speed, and their energy core in the chest stores their life force. So while they are on the run-of-the-mill biomech in fiction, their overall composition does echo out an entity that is both living and mechanical as well as light-based, but weaved deep into the molecular level or scale. Oh, and the biggest of these is Ultraman Max, as his height can reach between 300 to 900 meters tall. At the second spot we have the Giant God Warriors. These were probably seen first by many of you in the short film by Ghibli Studios called Giant God Warrior Appears in Tokyo. But these warriors were terrifying biomechanical super weapons that are created by humanity in the movie of 1984 called Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. They were originally weapons of deterrence built by an advanced ancient human world, which is essentially modern humans, but since Nausicaa is set 1,000 years in the future, we are essentially ancient. Anyway, these were living weapons of war, both biological and mechanical in nature. When their AI evolved sentience, they turned on humanity and acted on cold logic rather than hatred, and they turned on their creators, unleashing the cataclysm known as the 7 Days of Fire, which destroyed the Earth and poisoned it for 1,000 years. Anatomically, these god warriors were both alive, biologically and also mechanically. Their skeletons were actually made from metal ceramic composites, which is strong enough to support their enormous size and weight, estimated to be between 600 meters and a kilometer tall, and multiple millions of tons. Beneath their armor, though, were organic tissues, muscles, and vascular systems, powered by bioreactors that converted atomic energy into motion. They could breathe, bleed, and even decay just like any living thing. And the biggest of them all are the Reapers from Mass Effect. These here were ancient colossal biomechanical starships and entities created from both living tissue and advanced machinery. They were created by the Leviathans to end the conflict between organics and synthetics a billion years ago, but the AI that they created rebelled and consumed them and used their genetic essence to forge the first Reaper, the Harbinger, which is 2 kilometers in length. Every Reaper since then is built by harvesting an entire intelligent species, liquefying their DNA and merging it with machine technology to create a new Reaper model after that species. Their outer bodies are made from near indestructible living metal, which is shaped like a massive cuttlefish, and its insides pulse with an organic core that contains neural tissue and even consciousness, effectively making each Reaper both a ship and a sentient being. But its sentience is linked to the hive mind, and therefore it has no true freedom. Anyway, they reside in the dark space between galaxies, only returning to the galaxy after 50,000 years between harvests, awakening to repeat their cycle of extermination and the renewal of their numbers. And so those are the biggest biomechanical giants that we know of. If you do know more, then you have the comment section to let us know. Anyway, if you like this video, then watch this other one too, and do hit the like button for support. And also for the ones viewing this on their phones, do press that hype option to hype up the video to other viewers. Also subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care, fam.